Kwame Nkrumah, a name that resonates not just in Ghana, but across Africa and the world. A visionary leader who changed the course of history. In this video, we will journey through the life of Nkrumah, from his humble beginnings to his rise as the first president of an independent African nation, and the legacy he left behind. Born on September 21, 1909, in the village of Nkroful, in what was then the Gold Coast, now Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah grew up in a small, rural environment. His full name, Kwame Nkrumah, means born on a Saturday, a testament to his heritage. Nkrumah's early life was shaped by the customs and traditions of his people, but it was his thirst for knowledge that would eventually set him on a path to greatness. At the age of 14, Nkrumah moved to the capital, Accra, to further his education. From there, he went on to study in the United States, enrolling at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, where he earned a degree in economics and sociology. His time in America would be pivotal, as it exposed him to new ideas and ignited a passion for African liberation. While studying abroad, Nkrumah was heavily influenced by the ideas of Marcus Garvey, W.E.B. Du Bois, and other black intellectuals who advocated for Pan-African unity and independence. He joined political movements that sought to end colonial rule in Africa. Upon returning to the Gold Coast in 1947, he became involved in the political sphere, eventually becoming the General Secretary of the United Gold Coast Convention, UGCC. But Nkrumah had bigger dreams. In 1949, he broke away from the UGCC and founded the Convention People's Party, CPP, emphasizing self-government, independence, and the complete liberation of the African continent. His rallying cry, "Self-government now," would ignite the masses and set the stage for the Gold Coast's path to independence. By 1951, Nkrumah's CPP had grown so popular that he was elected to the Legislative Council of the Gold Coast while still imprisoned for his political activism. His time in prison only solidified his role as a national hero and leader of the independence movement. In 1952, Nkrumah was released, and with overwhelming support, he became the leader of government business. On March 6, 1957, the Gold Coast officially gained independence from British colonial rule and became Ghana, the first sub-Saharan African nation to do so. And Nkrumah, the man who had led the charge, became the first Prime Minister of Ghana. Nkrumah was not just interested in the freedom of Ghana, he believed that Africa's future was in unity. He was a passionate advocate for Pan-Africanism, the idea that all African nations should unite, politically and economically, to create a stronger and more self-reliant continent. His vision for Africa went beyond national borders. He dreamed of a United States of Africa, where colonial remnants would be eradicated, and the continent would control its destiny. To make this vision a reality, Nkrumah hosted the first Pan-African Congress in Ghana and helped establish the Organization of African Unity, OAU, which aimed to promote solidarity among African countries and support each other's independence struggles. Despite his lofty ideals, Nkrumah's presidency faced many challenges. Domestically, his government focused on rapid industrialization and the modernization of Ghana's economy. He launched ambitious projects like the Akasambo Dam, which generated hydroelectric power for the country. However, his focus on large-scale projects often came at the expense of the country's immediate needs, leading to economic difficulties. Politically, Nkrumah's leadership became more authoritarian as time went on. He suspended political parties, cracked down on opposition, and became increasingly centralized in his decision-making. Critics argue that his vision for Africa led him to neglect the needs of his people, and by the early 1960s, his government was facing mounting pressure. In 1966, while Nkrumah was on a state visit to China, a coup d'état was staged by the military and police, overthrowing his government. Nkrumah was exiled to Guinea, where he was named honorary co-president by President Ahmed Sékou Touré. Though in exile, Nkrumah continued to advocate for the unity of Africa until his death in 1972. Despite his fall from power, Nkrumah's legacy remained significant. His dreams of Pan-Africanism, though unfulfilled in his lifetime, continue to inspire leaders and activists across the continent. Ghana, as the first independent African nation, paved the way for the wave of independence movements that swept through the continent in the 1960s. Kwame Nkrumah was a man ahead of his time, a man who envisioned a united, self-sufficient Africa free from colonial rule. His life was a testament to the power of vision and perseverance. While his time in power may have been cut short, his ideas still resonate, and his contributions to Africa's liberation continue to shape the political landscape today.